Hi, boys and girls. Today is day 2 of your Technology Week. Hopefully, yesterday you had a chance to watch the Brain Pop Junior movie that reviewed coding and computer programming. If you didn't watch that video yesterday, you're going to want to go back and do that before you get started with today's activities. So, in the Brain Pop Junior movie, they reviewed that coding or computer programming are the steps or commands that are given to the computer to make them do what we would like them to do on the screen. And if we forget to give some commands or the correct codes, we can see that what happens on the screen is not always what we want to have happen. So we have to be very clear and communicate our commands and program them the right way so that the computer does exactly what we want it to do. Remember when Moby didn't get the right commands? He ended up doing some silly things. So we want to make sure that we are giving the correct and very specific and clear commands to our computers. Now that you had a chance to review that, we are going to do some more coding using a very cool app that is added to your iPads. And we are going to start today by learning the basics of this app. And then each day we'll add a little bit more and learn more about the app. And then we'll even get to do some fun projects with the app this year. So the app you're going to want to use, I'm going to show you now. I'm going to switch over to the iPad so you can follow along as I show you this app. Okay, boys and girls, now I have my iPad and I'm going to show you the app that we're going to start learning to use today to practice our programming or our coding. So this is the app right here. It's called Scratch Junior and it's got the logo of the little cat. I'm going to tap that. And from this screen, I'm going to press right here on the home button. And I'm going to start a new project by pressing that plus sign. Okay, and now I have my Scratch Junior screen ready to work. So when it opens up, it's going to show you this character. This is the cat. And another lesson, I'm going to show you how to change that so you don't always have to use the cat, but we're just going to use the cat for our first lesson today. And right here, you'll see these are the different commands. We're going to use these to command our cat to do different things on the screen. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my name on my project. So I'm going to go up here to where it says ABC. And I'm going to type my name. And I want to make sure my last name starts with a capital. So remember, I press this arrow here on the keyboard to give my last name a capital. If I wanted to, I could make it bigger, but I'm just going to leave it. I could change colors if I wanted to. I'll leave it orange to kind of match my cat there. Okay. And then I can just use my finger and drag it over there. I still think that's a little big. I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller there. There we go. All right, now when I'm ready to start programming my cat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag these commands down here to my workspace to show how I want to command the cat to move on the screen. So if I use the forward arrow and I press it, you'll see that he moves forward one step. If I add a second one, he's going to move forward 2 steps. If I add a third one, what's he going to do? Yep, move forward 3 steps. But he's going to run out of space. I want him to go down to this corner so that he has more space. So I'm going to reset by pressing that arrow up here above the stage. That one will reset him. Or I can move him down here with my finger, and I'm going to get rid of those commands and start over. So whenever I want to start to give commands, if I go under this yellow tool right here, I'm going to choose that green flag. That means that is the beginning of my set of commands. And now I'm going to switch to the blue commands. And I want my cat to just start by going across. I want to try to get the cat from here to here. So I could just keep taking these arrows and going again and again and again. But you'll notice underneath the arrow, there's a number. So I don't have to keep dragging arrow after arrow. If I press that number 1, it pulls up a calculator over here, and I can try to guess how many arrows do you think it'll take for that cat to get across the screen. Let's see what happens if I do 20. Now if I press my green flag, oh, that was too many. Because see how let's watch that again. See how he went off the screen there? So it was too much. So I'm going to erase the 20. Let's see what happens if we do 15. Almost. So maybe 1 or 2 more steps would get the cat to that side. Now if he's there and I wanted him to now go up, I could now use an up arrow. And let's see what happens this time if he does maybe 16 up. So now, if I want to test it, I'm going to put my cat back at the beginning, press my green flag. Let's see how he does. Oh, nope, 16 is too much. You know why? Because I think this side is shorter than this. So he's going to take fewer steps to get up than he did to go across. So I'm going to change that. Let's see what happens if we do maybe 10. All right, so I'm going to set him back at the beginning. Press my green flag. Let's see what happens. Okay, that was pretty good. Now, what I would like you to do today is go on Scratch Junior, and your job is to practice using these different commands. I want you to add your name, and I want you to try to program the cat to go across the screen, up, across, and back down. See if you can program or code the cat to go to all 4 corners of the screen. So I'm going to program mine, and I will come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's my finished code. Here's what it looks like when I press the green flag. My cat goes across, up, across to the other corner, and back down to the beginning. All right, so without looking at my code, see if you can program your cat on Scratch Junior to hit all 4 corners of the screen, and tomorrow we will learn some new tricks. All right, have fun trying out Scratch Junior, boys and girls. See you tomorrow.